Let me set the ball rolling by asking a question to the audience here. Can you give me innovations out of India which are world leading? Any innovation out of India that... UPI, fantastic. What else? Vaccine under $600. Okay. Yeah, the one that they have announced recently. Yeah, what else? Anything else that pops up in your mind? India Stack, excellent. All of this, if you notice, is less than 5 years. It's in the recent past. Now, if I were to go back thousands of years, what would pop up in your mind? Superb. What else? How to live. Fantastic. I'm sure all the items that are there on my list are covered, more or less. Charaka Samhita. Astronomy. There's so many of these that are there. Gravity. Buttons. They're an Indian invention. Shampoo, an Indian invention. Champi, those of you who are as old who have as much grey hair as I do, would have watched Pyasa and the Champi Tel Malish song in Pyasa. That's nothing but shampoo. Champi has become shampoo. Only thing is, it was with Malish was with oil. They've replaced it with soap and you massage your scalp. Rhinoplasty. Basically cosmetic surgery. That's again, and the whole lifestyle, the tradition of yoga as a lifestyle is our invention, our creation. This is our contribution to the global community. Ayurveda, metallurgy, yes, of course, indeed. Drainage, the list goes on and on. Natural fiber, cotton, using cotton is an Indian invention, which means when our forefathers were walking around in clothes, made out of cotton, our counterparts in Europe and the US were living in animal skin. So there you go. Muslin, somebody already mentioned. That's the first time I'm hearing it. That's another one. Cotton gin. This contraption that separates, that segregates cotton fiber from the seed. Brilliant, 300 years. So if you see, the history was very rich. The legacy is very rich, thousands of years ago. And then in the recent past, it's only after the most recent dispensation at the center that you see India coming out with innovations. So what happened in the interim 300 years or so? If you were to look at it from a different perspective, you will notice that Indians were not only inventors and innovators, excellent, but also great designers and engineers. And I'll give you an example. Parthenon, which, the architects here would have studied, Parthenon in great detail, is about 2,500 years old. The original structure collapsed within about 100 years. So they built it a second time. The second structure survived for about 600, 700 years. And again, the roof collapsed, but they rebuilt it, and it was initially being used as a church and then converted into a mosque. And then the structure again became dilapidated and eventually collapsed after about 1,000 years. So now, in comparison, if you were to look at the Kailashnath temple, my wife incidentally is an architect. So she told me that our textbooks in B.Arch talk about the Parthenon, but they don't talk about Kailashnath, which is about 1600 to 1700 years old. Huge monolithic rock, carved. The entire temple complex is carved out of a large monolith. And in terms of size, the Kailashnath is 3 times the volume of the Parthenon. 500,000 tons of solid rock was excavated to carve this beautiful temple. Look at the engineering excellence, and not to talk about the design aspects of it. In terms of height, carving it from the top, top to bottom. Taj Mahal, in comparison, if you were to keep the minarets out, the extreme on the 2 extremes, is about Kailashnath is larger than Taj Mahal in terms of volume, and Taj Mahal is about 350 to 400 years old. Here we have Kailashnath, which is about 1500, 1600 years old. Chaturbhuj temple, Orcha. 105 meters high, the temple itself. In comparison, just to take a comparison, Qutub Minar is about 70 meters. Volume-wise, just to get a sense of scale, the temple in Orcha is 35 times the size of Qutub Minar. And how old is this temple? 1100 years. Brihadeshwara, again 1100 years. And bottom to top, 65 meters. Pretty much the same height as the Qutub Minar. But the whole structure is resting on a raft foundation, which is 2 meters deep. Today we have, with all our modern technology, we have these structures which just collapse within 50, 60, 70 years. And here you have a structure like the Brihadeshwara temple that has lasted hundreds and thousands of years. And it's not just limited, confined or restricted to temples, forts, palaces. Each of these is an engineering marvel in itself.